Yep, that's me, throwing away the awning of the camper. Fortunately, that rear wall is too rotted out to support the weight anymore. As far as the heater in the camper, I think we're gonna have to replace the whole radio, but that is for another time. Let's rewind back and actually get to the reason why we're doing this bonus video today. Well, this week's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be celebrating Toby's birthday. And I thought there's no better way to do that than to honor the foundation that brought Toby into our lives. Over the years, a lot of people have asked how they can support the channel. And I've been asked to start up a Patreon page or have PayPal donation links down in the videos. But honestly, you guys just joining Toby and I out in the woods every week is support enough. For those of you that would like to share your generosity, I would love to see that money go towards the Babinski Foundation, the place that brought Toby into our lives, and the place that gives a second chance to a lot of animals. What we're going to do today is, instead of going out into the woods, instead of checking out some history sites, we're going to head over to the Babinski Foundation and take a tour. The truth is, they've been bringing our family joy for many years now. Toby has got some nieces and nephews that he'd like to introduce you to.
In December, he'll be 6, and we will have had him for about a year. When I first got him, I thought he was so cute because he just had the roundest little face and he looked like a chipmunk. He just has a funny meow, like he opens his mouth all wide and he has like a Joker smile when he meows.
But Sissy came to Mariah back around 2019. At the time, Mariah was doing online college classes, pretty much stuck in her bedroom working on her computer. And she asked Mandi one day if they could go to the Babinski Foundation and look at their cats. Mariah just really wanted a friend that would sit on her lap while she was doing her homework. I think the biggest shocker was just how much Sissy stole Mandi's heart. She passed away a few years ago now. She had cancer and she's left a big hole in Mandi and Mariah's heart, that's for sure.
This is Tonka. He's 2 years and 3 months old, and I got him from the Babinski Foundation.
He looks like an absolute handful of fun.
Yes, he's my best friend.
What do you think, Adele? Maybe you can be back on the channel and bring Tonka with camping.
I think we should.
I have to thank the folks from YONEISALL. They reached out asking if there was anything out of their pet product lineup that might make life a little bit easier for Toby, whether it's out at the campsite or here at the house. And that's when I found the Hale 7-liter watering fountain. This thing has been a game changer. Whether we're out at the campsite or here at the house, one thing that always stays consistent is Toby's rolling around in the dirt, picking up sticks, getting leaves stuck to him. Here at the house, he's constantly inside the chicken coop. Somehow manages to bring half the backyard into the house. Keeping his water dish clean has always been a challenge. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that anymore. The 7-liter water fountain has become the main watering bowl for the whole crew. It's one shared water source that stays cleaner, longer. I'm not running around filling up 3 separate bowls anymore. It's been especially helpful on those days where Mandi's working her 12-hour-long shifts. Toby and I are out in the woods making a video. It's nice not having to worry if Leo and Tilly are going to be running out of water. It's made from 304 stainless steel, which makes it more hygienic than a plastic watering bowl. Super easy to clean up. Has a multi-layer filtration system that helps catch any fur, floating debris. It also removes odors and impurities. The pump is ultra quiet, rated at just 30 decibels. I don't even notice it's running. It also has this really handy sight glass on it so you can see where the water level is at. Never any guessing. And there's a Black Friday sale going on right now. You can check the description below. I'll include a link that'll get you 20% off your order. Let's get back to the Babinski Foundation. Come on, buddy. Today, Mandi and I are going to be talking with Isabel, the marketing manager at the Babinski Foundation. Isabel, tell us a little bit about the Babinski Foundation and what we got going on here.
Yeah, of course. So the Babinski Foundation is a no-kill animal shelter in Pequot Lakes, Minnesota. We are licensed to care for up to 100 dogs and 100 cats, and it's our mission to rescue and restore abandoned and stray animals, giving each an opportunity for a new life and a loving home through adoption and education.
On average, how many animals are you caring for here?
So really, it depends on the day. Sometimes we have a bunch of intakes coming in, a bunch of strays being found. Depends on the season sometimes as well. Sometimes when it's warmer, cats are having more babies, so we get a lot of pregnant moms in, and sometimes it's slower. So it depends, but again, we can care for up to 100 of each, and we're usually pretty full on our numbers because we want to rescue and help as many animals as we possibly can. So yeah, it kind of depends, but we've got a whole animal care team that is taking care of up to 200 animals every day.
The first time that I ever met Toby, right here in this room.
This is our dog viewing room. This is where we do all of our meet and greets with the dogs. Rather than having the public back in the dog wing, all that traffic can kind of stress the dogs out sometimes, or one starts barking and then they all start barking and they think it's time for a walk. So what we do is we set aside a few spaces in the shelter, this room, and we have a training room where people can have one-on-one meetings with these dogs where they're outside of kennels and they can see their real personalities and play with them and walk around with them.
He's so cute. The question is, what are we gonna name you? Huh? What's gonna be your name? Huh? What's gonna be your name, handsome little guy?
I always like to start our tour in our intake department. This is the first stop animals take when they come into the shelter. They go through an intake exam and we get as much information as we can from the people who brought them in. We do our basic exams right in here. So they get some vaccines to make it safe for them to be transferred over to general population. We scan and check that they don't have a microchip, and hopefully we get them back to an owner if they're strays. But if not, we put them on a stray hold, and when that expires, they become an adoptable animal. This is our intake area where people come in to surrender animals or bring in stray animals, or where we work with partner organizations such as the reservation up north. We'll take in some stray or abandoned animals from that area. They all come in through here, get their exams done. We do all their paperwork, get as much information as we possibly can on these animals so we can match them up with the right families. Yeah, absolutely. So a lot goes into caring for the animals, just basic care, vet needs, and even training. So we have a full animal care team. We have full-time staff and part-time staff that are here from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The dogs get 4 walks a day. The cats get fed twice a day and socialized throughout the day. Everyone is provided in their little space with anything they could need that we can possibly provide. So food and water, toys, blankets, beds, anything special that they need to feel comfortable. And our animal care team goes in and cares for them all day long. We have volunteers that come in for additional socialization or exercise. We have dog runs, a bunch outside of the building. It's like our own private dog park, so some of the dogs get to go out and play fetch if they'd like to. These crochet blankets that you see, an older woman, she crocheted all these beautiful blankets. It was so sweet, and the cats, they're like the cat's favorite. They're always curled up on those ones specifically. And this is our cat wing. Again, we can house up to 100 cats, and that doesn't always count litters. So sometimes we have over 100 cats. If we've got like a mom with 7 kittens, they don't count as the full 7. We have a cat community room. It's being cleaned right now, so we don't have anyone wandering around in there right now. But this is a room for cats that get along well with other cats, or we want to test them with other cats, or we want to see if they come out of their shell if they have some feline friends. So that's a really good tool we have. This is our cat viewing. It's just an extension of the cat wing. So people can start patting cats as soon as they walk into the lobby. We've got just some of our longer term or some of our most friendly cats who enjoy more interaction than others. They will usually be housed up here. Yes, we love our volunteers. They come in and do a whole myriad of things. We have some sweet ladies who like to come in and wash dishes or do laundry for the animals. Then they'll socialize with the animals, but they just like to get out of the house and do those things, donate their time to do that. And then we have an awesome team of volunteers that walks dogs. We have some volunteers that come in every weekend, anytime they can be available. They're here walking dogs and giving them extra attention and learning things about them so we can place them in the right homes. This is dog food prep, where just like in the cat wing, we prep all of the dog's foods. We have a chart for them, so we make sure to be giving them the correct food. We'll give puppies specifically a puppy diet so they get that extra nutrients, or sometimes seniors will get soft food if they've got bad teeth, things like that. But we prep all of that in here. We do all of our dishes in here, sanitize them every time they're used, so we don't spread any diseases. And we have volunteers that help at events. So when we run fundraising events, because again, we need a fundraise, we have lovely volunteers that come out and help us run carnival games or help lead kids in different activities. So there's a lot of opportunities. It's a ton of fun. You get to hang out with shelter animals who are the most appreciative for that. And then our dog wing can house up to 100 dogs, sometimes more if we've got litters of puppies. We've got 10 dog rooms. We have 2 types of rooms. We only have 1 room equipped for small dogs. As in the Midwest, it's more common for us to see larger breed animals. But room 2 is equipped for little Chihuahuas or Cocker Spaniels or whatever it may be. And then the rest of our rooms are designed for larger dogs. So this is dog room 1. We've got 5 dogs in here right now. It gets a little loud sometimes. I can show you just how the kennels operate. So each kennel can be split in half, but we usually, when we have the space, try to keep the run open so the dogs have more room. Food and water fit right in these holders for them. And then if you can see down the middle, there's actually a drain that connects all the kennels. And the room is built on like 2 diagonals, so all moisture will feed into that drain, and then we're at a slight slant this way as well. So it keeps it sanitary. You can peek into the vet room. So again, we've got a vet on staff, and we've got 2 assisting staff as well that do daily medications and exams to make sure everyone's doing well. We have an x-ray machine. We can do pretty much anything that you can do in any basic vet clinic. So we're really thankful for that and thankful for people who donate so we can continue to do that. We have a program called Canine Connection. Students from the Brainerd School, either from the Alternate Learning School or just the Brainerd School District, will come out and they'll get partnered up with a specific shelter dog, and we go through 4 weeks of training. They come out twice a week and they learn how to do sit, solidify down. Canine Connection graduation actually set up for tomorrow.
Very cool.
Yeah, so they go through their training course. These are our teenage volunteers that come in and train the animals. And they show off the agility jumps, the teeter-totters, and they do some sits and downs on the platforms. They do an amazing job. And then they show off everything they've learned. They give a speech of the valuable lessons and information that they've gotten out of it. And yeah, it's a great program. Yeah, so you can absolutely go through Kenny's link, or else you can go to our website, babinskifoundation.org, and you can look on our donation page. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can make a one-time donation, you can do something annual if you'd like, or we even have costs split up into what your donation would be for, like a bag of dog food, things like that. So you're welcome to donate through our website. You can also send mail or checks to our physical location. It's 2825 76th Street Southwest in Pequot Lakes. And if you're local, or if you want to send us a package for the dogs or the cats, you can also mail physical materials like dog toys, dog treats, blankets, things like that. Anything can be useful for us. So if you're in the Pequot Lakes area, stop by with donations if you'd like, or you can mail them in as well. Or just support us by following our social media and sharing information about the dogs and the shelter. Thank you guys for coming out, and thank you for adopting Toby and being a huge support to the shelter.
Yeah. Well, I think we just about got this video in the bag. I got to get to work on this truck. Otherwise, we ain't going to be out in the woods on Tuesday. I'm going to leave some links for the Babinski Foundation down in the description of the video. I'll also leave a link for Toby's birthday. If you're able to celebrate by sharing $1 even with the Babinski Foundation, it would truly be appreciated. And if not, don't worry about it. Just know that you following along is really the support that I need. If not for that, this channel wouldn't even exist. We'll be going back out to the Babinski Foundation a little bit later this month and probably having like a celebration for Toby here at home as well. I'll probably even include a little bit of that on the video. For now, I got to get to work. We'll see you on Tuesday. Until then, be kind, be honest. We'll see you down the road.